Good morning. It is November 7th, and the reading today is about our favorite topic, relationships. I will read it. It's actually a really good reading. It's not all that beat you up kind of reading. Okay, relationships. There is a gift for each of us in each relationship that comes our way. Sometimes the gift is a behavior we're learning to acquire, detachment, self esteem, becoming confident enough to set a boundary or owning our power in another way. Some relationships trigger healing in us, healing from issues of the past or an issue we're facing today. Sometimes we find ourselves learning the most important lessons from the people we least expect to help us. Relationships may teach us about loving ourselves or someone else, or maybe we'll learn to let others love us. Sometimes we aren't certain what lessons we're learning, especially while we're in the midst of the process, but we can trust that the lesson and the gift are there. We don't have to control this process. We'll understand when it's time. We can also trust that the gift is precisely what we need. Today, I'll be grateful for all my relationships. I will open myself to the lesson and the gift from each person in my life. I will trust that I, too, am a gift in other people's lives. Oh, that's a good one. And, there's so much in there. One thing on the end that I like, that I'm a gift in other people's lives. Sometimes when we're scared of opening up in a relationship, whether it be friendship, intimate relationship, whatever it is, sometimes when I'm afraid of opening up, I'm not giving other people the opportunity to love someone or it's I never thought of it that it was selfish like that. When I've got my wall up and I'm like, nope, nope, yep, hi, how you doing? Keep everything surface. When I'm like that, I'm not allowing other people to have the opportunity. And when I'm the only one giving and I don't allow people to give, like this year has been, holy cow, Harry, a year of learning how to receive, because I'm a giver, but I'm very prideful. I don't like to, have people help me, and I can do it on my own, and strong woman, and yada yada yada, right? But I've learned this year to let people in, really let people be a part of my life and be a part of theirs on a more genuine level. And it's taken some time. I have a mantra: I will be an excellent receiver. And I keep telling myself that. And these affirmations, they seem so silly, but they really do work. I mean, I've tried everything in this journey since I've been doing this work, and because it's a leap, right? So I've tried affirmations, I've tried listening to meditation. So I mean, all that stuff actually does infuse into you and make you feel better. I like that this says, sometimes we find ourselves learning the most important lessons from the people who least expect to help us. Sometimes it's that person at work who just says something. I remember there was someone at work, and it was actually a client, and I was with them, and they were kind of teaching me without knowing they were teaching me how to be more present. Like, they were such a good example, and they were an example of, I realized in that moment that I wasn't paying attention. I was waiting to say the next thing. And we had a really good conversation, and it was, I was not expecting it when I went to that meeting to get that lesson. So it's, if we keep ourselves open instead of the big wall up, we let the good in. And the thing is, the work with the boundaries is important, because you have to know when you trust your spidey sense. If something doesn't feel good, if you're in a relationship and they're triggering things in you consistently and you can't get past it, you got to go. It's got to, peace out, right? There's no reason to stay in something that doesn't feel good in your soul. And I'm not saying that relationships aren't work, because you do have to work at them. and you discuss things and you set boundaries with your kids, with your whoever it is. You can't peace out your kids, unfortunately, but I love them. They're the greatest things in my life. But there's a fine line. There is a definite line. There's a definite line of a good relationship, a healthy relationship, a place where you behave well. Sometimes you find yourself in relationships and you're acting like a real piece of work, and it's this push and pull, and when you see yourself doing it, and it's you that needs to do the work. So relationships are beautiful and messy and uncomfortable and quite scary sometimes, right? Like, I get a lot of fear especially when I'm first in a like dating relationship. It's hard to let people in sometimes, but I think that if we just show up, if we just show up in life and we're open and we trust ourselves and we trust our gut and we communicate well, kind of like this whole 4 agreements stuff. I mean, it is like blaring in my head, but there is a book that I'm giving away. So click in my link if you want to win a book and join the mailing list. But yeah, it's a good book. I would read it either way. But this relationship business, I have to show up healthy, right? I have to show up in a place where I'm giving and receiving, and 100% the biggest thing is communicating. And I can't believe I just said 100% because that makes me crazy. But it's true. That communication piece, whether it's a work relationship, whether it's a sibling relationship, a parent relationship, a friendship, whatever the heck it is, communication is the only thing that makes or breaks you in a relationship, really and truly, in my opinion, in my experience, in my humble experience of failures in relationships. It's getting better. So that's all that counts, It's about learning and growing, and, heartbreak sucks. Getting your heart broken sucks, and breaking hearts sucks. And, but loving is worth it, finding love and giving love and accepting love. I'm pretty sure that that's what this whole business on this blue planet floating in the sky is all about. I don't know. Could be wrong, but kind of feels like that's the answer to a lot of questions. Probably. Have a wonderful day. Peace.